What's up, everybody? Soren Baker here on Unique Access. Today we're joined by Nick Grant. Thank you for coming through, sir.
Thank you for having me. Once
yes,
again.
yes. So, Nick, I think, is one of the most exciting and interesting artists that's coming out recently and in the last few years. So,
thank you.
Yeah, man. So one of the things that I've enjoyed over your work the last couple of years is that, you definitely have criticisms of rap, but you love rap, but then you also are trying to like make a change with it.
Right.
So for you, I know you talked about making the songs that you wanted to hear.
Right.
So for you, what was it? Was it before you became an artist? Was it as you were an artist? Was it growing up? Like things that you used to hear with music that you don't hear? Like what is this mentality come from?
That's exactly what it is. You know, the feeling that I used to have, I no longer have. I have to create it for myself to have that feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's a few people, I won't say that. It's a few people that give me that feeling. As far as like the new guys, I still get it from Jay, I still get it from Nas because, that's because I know their history and I know what they're capable of doing. But J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, I get that feeling from those guys when I listen to their music, and Big Sean even. So I had to kind of create that feeling that I wanted for myself. That is it's not a lot of it. It's a lot of people just doing the same thing, And me personally, I feel like if you're yourself and you create what you want to create, you increase your chances of success, instead of just doing what other people are doing, because, at some point it's going to look like, man, why would I want to deal with that? Why would I want to be involved with this person? I can get that over there, it starts to get confusing and it starts to weaken the culture, is what I feel like, it's cool. I have nothing against it. I understand it and I appreciate it. At times it's needed. But, to keep this thing where it needs to be and to preserve it, you gotta have content, you gotta talk about life, you gotta do it for reasons that are other than financial. Yeah.
And that's been obviously a recurrent theme with a lot of your songs, like with The Jungle, with Gold Chains, and also more recently, you have it with the sing-along. So, so for that, how do you find that you're able to love rap and love hip-hop culture, but then want to help push it further in a different way than a lot of stuff that's being accepted, and still like love it in the same way instead of getting, frustrated or like, I'm not down with this anymore?
Me, I never get frustrated. I just love doing what I do. I'm not one of the bitter rappers, you know what I'm saying?
I know that. That's what I'm saying. How do you think that you're able to not? Because a lot of people, I think, that make similar type of records, they sound bitter or they sound like, oh, this is whack. But I don't. It seems like you have a different energy to it when you make those type of records. So why do you think that's the distinction I'm trying to get? Like, what do you think it is about you?
I just feel like that stuff is needed too, so I'm not here to bash it. That stuff is needed as well. You don't wake up every day feeling the same way.
Right.
I don't wake up every day wanting to listen to Nas. Sometimes I might be in the car with a girl that likes Future and I want to listen to him too. You know what I'm saying? So my mood is just different, and I realize certain things are for certain people. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what my position is, and I understand that my voice is to give an alternative to what's going on right now. So, if people are consistently talking about murder, violence, and all of this stuff, which I talk about sometimes too, because we all see this stuff, it comes from hip-hop. It came out of this beautiful thing, came out of a lot of bad situations. So, I'm mindful of that. And for me, it's just, I got to use my voice as the alternative. If this is going on, this is going to happen to you, you know what I'm saying? So I have to give them that, and if you don't give them that, then we headed down the dog path once again. It's just making a U-turn, And
then, of course, also a lot of artists now are being criticized for not acknowledging the pioneers of rap, and one of the things that you also do is mention Big Daddy Kane, for instance, on multiple songs. So I wanted to get from you, like, what was it about Big Daddy Kane that like means or meant so much to you? Because you mentioned him on multiple tracks. Like
I have an uncle, like he used to play this stuff all the time, and he would tell me, yo, this was like the first Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? And he's like comparable to that, and Rakim was like the first Nas. So I mention them a lot because, I didn't know at the time. I was like oblivious to this stuff too. So when I did my research, I was like, yo, this stuff is brilliant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, even if you take the beat away and just wrote the words down, this stuff is just amazing. You know what I'm saying? So just the art and the stuff that they was talking about then and the different flow patterns they were using influenced a lot of stuff Jay-Z was doing, a lot of stuff Nas was doing, and you know, a lot of stuff that they did influenced what I'm doing today. So I just feel like you gotta, to be the best of your time, you gotta know what came before you. You know, and if you're not doing that, then, you know, I don't want to say why you here, but it's just like, you know, we gotta keep this thing alive. This is only one of the only few options that they give people like me. So, you know, I want a kid to pick up my album and say, oh man, I love this guy. I wanna learn, you know, the same way he learned from Jay, the same way he learned from Big Daddy Kane and all of these people. So